this video.
Date me!
No,
Date me, you transphobic bigot! Date me!
the cancer is back.
Children as young as 3 years old coming out as transgender.
And it's more malignant than ever.
And just like there can be skinny, unhealthy people, there can be healthy, fat people.
From the creator of Riley J. Dennis, the Contradictory Queer, comes another cancer eradication video.
So sit back, relax, and
Play that shit!
So I think that most people can recognize that skinny people can be unhealthy. But the way that we often talk about weight and its relationship to health often implies that that's not the case.
and you're a mental case. Skinny people can be unhealthy? Well, fuck me, cause I never knew that. Yes, it doesn't matter if you're skinny or fat or a breathing steroid factory. It's possible for them all to be unhealthy. But the problem with being too skinny or too fat or suffering from obesity or suffering from anorexia are the health risks which are specifically associated to your weight. And the last time I checked, the sweet release of death was one of them. And ain't nobody got time for that shit, Riley.
Weight loss in popular culture and in the mainstream is often seen as an overwhelmingly positive thing.
Because if you look like the creature who eats Bookie 2988 for breakfast, lunch and dinner alive and whole, then weight loss is an overwhelmingly positive thing.
A lot of people think it's a compliment when you haven't seen someone in a long time and you say, oh wow, you look great, have you lost weight?
You say that now, but if I compliment Eugenia Cooney for losing weight, then everybody labels me as a cyberbully.
Weight loss isn't always good, and it isn't always bad either. It's complicated. And the relationship between weight and health is very complicated. But a lot of the time, people act like they're directly related, like the lower your weight gets, the better your health gets. But that's just not true. There are unhealthy skinny people, there are healthy fat people. People are diverse, and their bodies are diverse, and there's not gonna be one single BMI that's the healthiest for everybody.
Riley J. fucking Dennis, everything seems complicated to you because you intentionally make everything complicated, you brainiac. So let me make it as simple and condescending as possible. Category 1. Let's assume there is indeed a mythical concept known as healthy fat people and you belong to it, so you can finally get an excuse to say fuck you to diet, exercise and having a healthy lifestyle. Category 2. Let's take the known fact that being fat could be unhealthy and it could lead to heart failure, diabetes, excess fatigue, death, etc. So you go with a healthy lifestyle to prevent the said shit from fucking you up in the ass. But my question to you is, how do you know which category of the two do you belong to? Exactly, you can't, which is why it's an optimal decision for a person to choose the safer course of option among the two and promote or glorify fat loss instead of fat acceptance. There, done. The entire fat acceptance movement destroyed for you, Riley. And you're an asinine moron if you think that fat acceptance movement is some kind of a body positivity movement.
And I'm firmly of the belief that nobody owes you information about their health. Like, you don't get to go up to strangers and demand that they be healthier. That's none of your business.
That's none of your business.
Riley J. Dennis, a person for whom self-awareness is such a foreign concept, a person who labels my sexual preference as discriminatory, a person who labels me as transphobic just because I refuse to date her, and a person who straight up dismisses my opinions as invalid just because it does not align with her, is preaching me, a certified fat activist from the University of Fat Glorifying Cunts, to stop being mean to my fellow fat activists. Fuck you, cunt! Nobody denies my right to cyberbully my walking, talking tubs of fat-loaded chicken McNugget brothers and sisters. Fuck you!
But basically, everyone's body is different. I don't think that's a controversial idea.
And I think you need to get breast implants. I don't think that's a controversial idea. But
And just like there can be skinny, unhealthy people, there can be healthy, fat people. Some people's healthy BMI is just higher than others.
I really don't think it works that way, Riley. Let me explain you a concept known as BMI versus body fat percentage. BMI or body mass index is a value derived from the mass, which is the weight, and the height of an individual. Why it fails is because it does not differentiate between how much of your weight is muscle and how much of your weight is fat. These are two people of the same height and the same weight, but one has more muscle mass and the other one is just fat. And if you were to consider the BMI, then it'll be similar, but it's a bad measure for the guy who works out. That is, if you're a person who hits the gym and works out, then BMI is in for you. You need to measure your body fat percentage to determine your health. But if you're an average person who doesn't work out, then BMI could serve as a good educated guess to determine how healthy you are, because there's a less chance of you having a high amount of muscle mass in your body when you don't work out. But come on, you don't need fucking BMI to determine if a person is fat or skinny. This is the real elephant in every room, and it's also fat and unhealthy. And this is a straight white male who happens to be incredibly feminine and incredibly brain damaged, also quite skinny.
Lots of people are healthy at a higher weight. I've known people who exercised way more than me, ate way healthier than me, and they still had a higher BMI than me. They still weighed more than me. And that's just how it's gonna work for some people.
That's just how it's gonna work for some people.
There you go, you heard it loud and clear, boys and girls, to the bunch of people who have severe body image problems because they're too fat.
That's just how it's gonna work for some people.
To all the victims of obesity or any other weight-related disorder.
That's just how it's gonna work for some people.
To my dear Monica Geller who got fat shamed by the evil Chanandler Wong because she was too damn fat.
Hi, I'm Ross's little sister.
Okay.
That's just how it's gonna work for some people.
Thank you, dear transvestite Mother Teresa. Those are the words of wisdom this world just cannot handle yet. I'll end the video with this. Nicola Burr's video, Dear Fat People, was globally hated and disliked on YouTube because of her extreme statement,
Fat shaming is not a thing. Fat people made that up.
on the other end of the spectrum are these fat activists and fat enablers who intentionally or unintentionally glorify obesity. And if I were to choose among the two videos, then I would rather choose Nicola Burr's Dear Fat People video where she hurts millions of people's precious feelings over these dumbass fake pretentious fat activist cunts who enable people to bloat up to the point of no return. But hey, that's just my opinion. And look at that, my will to live is fading into darkness along with the video. Catch you guys next time. Don't fucking take my video down, Riley. Play that Mario music.